first of 9 at Scottsville. They're sprinting away from the 1200 meter marker. The favourite, Not a Word, very quick to respond. Immediately behind her is Russian Girl. Bois Sherry shows pace over on the inside, and Magic Hour's got the red cap. Chinese Whisper with a good position. What a Wonderful World, the big white blaze and noseband black cap in the middle of your picture. Towards the inside of that one there, trying to improve position, is Rebecca Castile. Glimmer of Silver is towards the outside, then Antarctica. On settling down, Not a Word is the leader, a length and a quarter, being stalked by Russian Girl. Towards the outside, What a Wonderful World is in striking distance. Bois Sherry towards the inside, also trying to run on his Magic Hour. River Course on the outside, then Man U. Bois Sherry's about 2 or 3 lengths off them, then Just Rap. And What a Wonderful World's the one now that comes forward to tackle Not a Word. Russian Girl is towards the outside, and Hannah's Answer's also running on. But What a Wonderful World's the one to beat. What a Wonderful World. Not a Word's trying to fight right back and is doing so. Not a Word's coming back strongly on the inside, and Not a Word has won it. Not a Word has won it. Second, What a Wonderful World. Russian Girl ran third, and Hannah's Answer fourth. Right, here's Not a Word, who looked in serious trouble inside the 200 meters, but Anton, he gets her to revitalize herself. And number 11, the Jutpot filly, she comes on well again after being headed, and she looked defeated at this stage, but number 11 comes back for more, and she wins a half length. Second, number 16, What a Wonderful World. The third position, it's about 4 lengths back to the third placed horse, and that goes to number 14, and that is Russian Girl. Fourth place to number 5, Hannah's Answer, Glimmer of Silver. Then came River Course. Further back in the running is Chinese Whisper, followed by Sun Loving, then Man U, and further back in the running is Magic Hour. And then came number 10, Modernista. There's no race time up as yet, but number 11 on the tote shows up at 2.10 the win and is the tote favourite. That's with the gold cap. What a Wonderful World went on by, probably a half length or so, but What a Wonderful World comes back to Not a Word, who fights on courageously, and the Jutpot will get up and win a close decision. That's the running of the first race, 71.15 the race time. The second race, that will start off our bipart. Until then, back to the studio.
Number 11, Not a Word, the daughter of Jutpot, has come through to win for Estate Late, Mr. Matthew McGilligan, an absolute gentleman of the turf, and his son is on course, Richard, to represent the estate, and a fantastic ride here by jockey Anton Marcus. Tony Riverland has got this filly spot on today. Firstly, Tony, although she was beaten 6 lengths first time out, it was a good run.
It was, Dees. We quietly fancied her. She's got natural ability. Tall, leggy, unfurnished filly, but with a great action. And she just got lost first time out, hanging badly with Gavin. But in the finish, she really ran on strongly once she knew what she was doing a little bit inside the last furlong. So I was pretty confident that she would have come on with that run. She's got a few issues, no soundness issues, bit of temperament problems, and she's inclined to tie up from time to time. So it's not that easy to manage her. I must say well done to Anton. He rode a great race. He didn't panic when that horse of Sean Veal's passed her. He just gathered her. He didn't start getting too vigorous on her. And I was had a feeling she'd rally back, because I think she's got a bit of ability. And I'm delighted for Richard, who's representing his late dad. As I've mentioned before, his late dad and my late uncle were in the same accounting practice together. And Matthew was an ex-chairman of the Durban Turf Club, great gentleman. And of course, Richard loves the game. It's great that he could be here today to see a win.
Well, you've said it all. Before you leave us, what about your first time and the next, and then maybe the balance of your runners?
Now, I've got, in the next race, Captain Red will be Green, Dees. He's quite a nice horse. He's El Soberano's full brother.
Sure.
But I think he's one of those horses you've got to show him things 3 times before he knows what to do. Sheriff Wood wants a lot further than 1,200 meters, so I don't think he'll be competitive.
Thanks for that.
Thank you, Dees.
Well done to trainer Tony Riverland. Let's come through, Richard. Have a chat, and fantastic that this horse has come through for you guys, because she looks like a progressive filly, doesn't she?
Well, hopefully, the way she fought back, she can go on and win another race or two after this.
Yeah, let's go back, to your dad and his involvement in racing for many, many years. I mean, as I mentioned, a scholar and a gentleman, and nice to see his colours to the fore and represented here.
Yeah, no, it's great because it's also a horse that he bred. And Tony was very confident today that the horse would run well. And she was beautifully turned out. And in the end, she did her part and duly delivered.
Masterful ride by the jock.
That's for sure. 100 meters out, I thought it was gone. But he got her going again, and she also fought back.
Well, really nice to see the name still involved in racing. That's the McGilligan name. All the best here, Richard. Well played.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done to Richard McGilligan with number 11, Not a Word, who's come through to win. And the favourite has come home in race number 1. 11, 16, 14 and 5. Those will be the numbers you will need if you caught this quartet. Race number 2 will be the start of the exotics. It is a Soccer 6 maiden juvenile plate over 1,200 meters, and the time to jot down there will be 12:50, 10 to 1. Coming up next, the first leg of this afternoon's exotics. It will be the start of the bipod.